Finally, Friday is here. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of No Dump Bucket. It is time for us to taste the Boyle MacDonald 2012 Cabernet Sauvignon. So now this is a very, very special, tiny boutique producer that is making exquisite, wonderful wines from estate fruit, especially in Napa Valley. And the first word that comes to mind when I think of Boyle MacDonald wines is the word love. Now that may sound kind of, I don't know, hokey, but they have and exemplify a love of the land, a love of the lifestyle, the wine lifestyle. And we'll get into more in a little bit, and a love of great wine. So this is something that we want to absolutely accentuate. And hello, Lydia. Hello, Victoria. Thank you too for all the support. And this is something we want to talk about. But I'll tell you right now, you need three things to make fantastic wine. Not mediocre wine, but fantastic wine. And that would be great grapes, okay? Fantastic vineyard, and then a little bit of luck. So hats off to everyone who's going through harvest right now in Napa, Sonoma, because it's getting near the tail end, and they are working 24 hours a day, but you need a little bit of luck. So as it relates to that, let's talk a little bit about this wine from Boyle MacDonald, their estate Cabernet Sauvignon. $48 retail. Cellar Angels has it for $40, all right? So it is a blend of 92% Cabernet Sauvignon and 8% Cabernet Franc. James Simmons, what are you doing, dog? Good to see you. And I also, I can't read that. So my agent, Ivy, hello Ivy. Sorry about that, kids. So $48 on Cellar Angels, all right? Another thing that's great about this wine is they only made 100 cases. So you have to act fast to be able to get it, because 100 cases is not much. Jim Baker, happy Friday to you. And it has one of those things that, I mean, it's just, look at the color on that. Absolutely beautiful color. And the Angel bonus offer this week is incredible, because if you buy 2 or more wines on cellarangels.com, you buy 2 or more wines of the Boyle MacDonald Cabernet Sauvignon, you are immediately placed on their mail list and their allocation list. That will get you access to their offerings throughout the year, and you will get additional incentives from a pricing standpoint in the 30 to 40% range. So you get a boutique producer, Napa fruit, and private mailing list allocation. Not a bad gig to buy 2 or more bottles. Hello, Stephanie Ferguson. So now what you have is, you saw this gorgeous crimson color, deep dark ruby. I don't have as good a nose as Denise, but there's definitely some warm nutmeg here. There's definitely some black dark cherry, which I love. And it just has a purity of it. It was aged 30 months prior to release, 30 months. So you have a softness, a suppleness. There is some wood there, a soft amount of oak, which is the sandalwood I think I get. Just nice mouthfeel. Really, really smooth, silky mouthfeel. 14.2% alcohol, no burn whatsoever, extremely well balanced. I mean, there's just a hint of oak and toast. It's amazing. Kate Boyle is the winemaker, and Kate comes to winemaking naturally. Family moved Kate to Germany when she was a child, and Kate thought it was perfectly natural to just walk up to a house in the vineyards and say, hey, could we taste your wine? And these people threw open their doors, and she grew up sitting at tables, sitting at meals, and tasting wine. Fast forward to where she meets her then future husband in San Francisco, who also embraces the wine lifestyle. He's a native or a son of Italian immigrants, and he actually grew up around the Sunday dinner table. Great lively conversation, fantastic food, and great wines. When you put these two individuals together, they're going to produce something exceptional. And it really is something to behold what they've been able to do, because that's the lifestyle that we gravitate towards in the wine industry. We want great wines, we want small production, we want boutique producers, and we want that great conversation and the great food. And it goes kind of hand in hand with what someone recently asked me. They go, why do you do Cellar Angels? So no, I don't know if they watched a recent Simon Sinek video, and Simon's fantastic. He's got 2 TED Talks. I encourage you to watch them because they have over 40 million views. But he's the gentleman that wrote the book, I think in 2009, called Find Your Why. So our why is there's a great many people out there suffering. If we've seen anything in Houston, in Florida, in Puerto Rico, we've seen some suffering. And there's even a greater amount of people helping those people suffering. So we want to help them. We want to help the people helping those that are suffering. And we can't think of a greater beverage to do it and a more impactful way to do it than raising a glass to raise a spirit, to raise a person's life. And it's one of the things that we want to radically change their lives. So wine drinkers know this all too well. We can do this. Mark Cuban this week donated the Dallas Mavericks plane to one of the players to be able to take supplies over to Puerto Rico. You have JJ Watts, who, by the way, our contest ends today, and our double promotion. Every purchase you have in the month of September, we're doubling the contribution from Cellar Angels. But we're not going to catch JJ Watts, who started out to raise $200,000. He's raised over $30 million. Pretty impressive. That's people helping people. That's why we do this. We want to help people helping others. And you are our inspiration, Houston, Florida, Puerto Rico, and you wine drinkers everywhere. So in the spirit of Manja TV, which knows a good thing, or which knows a thing or two about bringing people together around a table, cook someone a meal, bring them a bottle of wine, and absolutely, we hope you get your wine from Cellar Angels. Go to cellarangels.com. You can't do much better than this Cabernet Sauvignon from Boyle MacDonald. Thank you so much for all your support. Have a great weekend. Be good to one another. Cheers.